Still loading. And we're live.
Okay, we are back in public meeting. We will go to item 7, which is staff reports. Chief? Austin?
I have a brief, something briefly. So earlier today, the new owners of the Montdella development came and met with me, came to my office. Let me see if for some reason the screen, I don't know. Oh, I know it's not. Okay, so they came to my office. They showed me some a proposal that I wanted to just run by you. So again, this was just this morning that they ran this idea by me. And so this is what was approved. This is the approved elevation of the Montdella townhomes. You can see on the left-hand side of the screen there where my mouse is, there's a deck that comes off here. There's like this covered patio down below. It's a walkout basement. And then there's kind of this Romeo and Juliet type balcony that comes off the master suite. So the developer came in and said, hey, would it be possible if we did something like this instead? So what you see here is it's still the covered patio, but now they want to do a covered deck off of the other 2 floors and then finish it off with a roof that would match the rest of this building. And then they would add a parapet, this little architectural feature on the top here. You can see it face on here. So it'd still have the arches, it's have all the same architectural characteristics. These windows would be open. So those are not like glass windows, but they're open. But they would have, the dressings around the window itself to kind of give it that architectural look, but it's actually an open balcony or deck.
And Austin, this is brick over here that you're.
Yes, so
same
it would be
style.
brick.
Okay.
It would just a continuation of the brick of the same building. It would have the same precast concrete on top and below the window, and then it'd have like the shutters on the side of the windows.
Is
So-
that on every unit?
This would
Only
this
be
they
on
couldn't
this- On the north one.
they couldn't do this on every unit. So
Yeah.
there's
Only along that.
on the south side of the property, though the back ends of those units, it's really just a patio. And if they were to do this, they would encroach into the setback. So they couldn't do it on the south units, but everything else all along the stream, they could do it.
So let's say in the future homeowners wanted to encase that and make that into part of the main living. Is that like doable? What is that?
If someone wanted to do like a remodel and enclose that and convert it into internal space,
Yeah.
it could be doable, yeah. So we measure our setbacks to the foundation, and so
Okay.
because
So
there's
it doesn't
already that
matter.
pop out there, it's not increasing the setback's not changing, I should say.
Is this just an informational thing? You don't need to.
So I just got it this morning, so we can't make this like an official motion, but I just wanted to bring it here to kind of get a feel. Are you guys open to this idea, or is this just like you definitely don't want to do it?
Oh, so this is something we would have to approve at some point?
I feel like it probably is something that they need to approve. I don't know what you think,
Does it
Shane.
need to go to planning commission now? Or is it?
It's an architectural change to something in the Gateway Historic Zone, so
So it does then?
I would say, yes, it probably should go to the planning commission too. They would probably look at it and say, yeah, but I didn't want to go through that whole process and even tell them that if the council wasn't even interested in the
Okay,
idea.
so let's do this. Lon, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Kelly?
Yep.
Greg?
Yeah, I'm good.
Jessica?
Yes.
Okay, there's your answer. Anything
Okay.
else?
No, that's all I had for tonight.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Nothing for me.
Thank you. Okay, Shane?
Okay, just a couple things, just report in fiscal year 22, we had 50 new homes. And so far this calendar year, we've got 19. So we're a little down from last year, but value wise, we're probably up. The truth and taxation hearing is scheduled for August 23rd at 6 p.m. We have to schedule that with the county because they can't have two in the same county at the same time, and there's all these rules and stuff. So we got our slot for our regular meeting at 6 o'clock. Lone Peak Public Safety District meeting tomorrow morning at 7:30. Should be short. Chief Patton has no items other than probably a report, and there's just a couple of items from the police, but they need to be taken care of. City council schedule, as I mentioned before, our next meeting on the schedule is the August 23rd meeting. Unless for some reason the council decided to have another one sometime in between. Mayor, I sent you some information about the active transportation plan.
Yes.
So they're looking at a date next week to meet. They got, I believe, 5 proposals, and they want to meet and review and try to get that going.
Okay.
So I think a good date was next Thursday. So we need to decide who.
Oh, for that meeting?
Yeah, who from the city would participate in that? I would assume you would, probably at least one staff member and a council member, or whatever you want to do. We just need to let them know so that information can be forwarded to them. And then I'll forward this email to you with the dates and times and things that were being looked at. We have been running CUP water into the city since last week. It's actually gone really smooth. The only thing right now, Greg doesn't know, he knows that he's ordered 5 CFS, so about 2,000 gallons a minute of water. But he has no way, we don't have a meter that shows him to verify what's coming in or whatever. So he's kind of going blind just a little bit. Just, I assume there's that much there. Anyway, there's a meter in the pump station in Highland. And we share the same SCADA contractor. And so our contractor, who is their contractor, is trying to get us the ability to have a signal so we can monitor that better. If not, we'll put our own
So is
meter
it
in.
causing any pressure problems on this south end? Because I've been getting some reports from people
We haven't heard any that I'm aware of. It shouldn't be.
over on the mid. Well, I'll check with Greg on that.
Yeah, check with him and see. It's pumping into the low zone.
Yeah, it's in the
So,
low zone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. High pressure complaints. We've had low
Yeah.
pressure complaints. So
Yeah.
anyway.
We are getting high pressure complaints?
In a
Really?
few areas, boy.
Man, I wish I could complain about.
Yeah, 'cause I was-
Yeah, you're in
Wrong place, boy.
You're in a tough area.
I was gonna say, I'm
Wrong
looking at my
place.
lawn and I'm like.
Yeah. So about 5 years ago,
Oh,
we brought a proposal to the city to contract with this company that does audits on utilities and our costs, like Rocky Mountain Power, Dominion Energy, those things. You
I
remember that?
remember
Mark?
that.
And I remember there were questions and,
Mhm.
oh, should we really do this? Well,
Yeah.
so it was a 5-year contract, which the 5 years will be up in September. I had
How much
William
did they say?
gather some data today and put it in a graph form and everything. And I should have had the graph ready, but it was just right at the end of the day. Anyway, over that little less than 5-year period of time, the savings was $185,577.50.
Wow.
So
isn't that
far.
great? And that no cost to the city. which is-
Nice.
Yeah.
So the deal was, we
They get
paid
half.
them, we didn't pay them any fees to do this, but they took half the savings. So we still saved 90 grand plus.
Well, I
And then
was,
as soon as they drop off, we won't have to pay them
Oh.
anymore. So it was worth doing.
I was
For
real
sure.
hesitant.
I remember that, and that's what we're
It's like, really? They're
So,
gonna take half of whatever why can't we just get it anyway?
Wow.
yeah, it
Well,
ended
'cause
up
we
being a great
couldn't.
deal. And if we had, the know-how and knew what they did, we could have had this other 90,000, but
Smart.
now we'll continue to have what they provided for us, so.
They're doing something.
Yeah, the Healy Park improvements, the playground's in and it's not too far from being complete. We got all our concrete done. There's just a little bit more grading. In fact, the guys have been starting to do the, putting the landscape back together, so that it will be finished very soon. And if you haven't been up on the north end of the cemetery, drive by there. Did you go by today?
I've been by today.
Yeah, so it looks a lot different, doesn't it? It's,
Yeah, looking good.
and they're just starting to do the cut because they stripped all the topsoil off to save us having to buy topsoil. And now they'll really start shaping it, which is what they started today. And then we did get signed up for a half gig internet connection. It's live, but it's not live. It's into the building, but our IT guys need to do their side of it. So by the next meeting, actually, but within the next week, it will be live and our YouTube and everything should be.
Who did you get it from?
Centricom. So, that's it.
Okay, Lon?
Alpine Day's coming up.
Yes, it is.
So real quick pickleball status.
Pickleball status, I should have reported on that project. So our guys have got the grading complete. We've done compaction testing. Everything looks great over there. We're actually having the pre-construction meeting Friday with the contractor and hope to walk out of there with that schedule. But the plan is for the concrete to be poured by Alpine Days. We did rent this temporary fence and put up around there for safety.
Okay.
And we'll keep that there if we need to during Alpine Days.
Okay. Make sure y'all have the night of August 8th blocked out on your
Family dinner,
calendar.
right?
Family dinner. Bring all your,
Do we have assignments yet? What do you want? What are we doing?
I'm gonna,
You're doing the grill.
yeah,
I'll bring my.
I'm just gonna bring like an old fashioned sign up sheet and you guys can decide what
Let's
you
put a
wanna do.
store.
Yeah.
Greg?
Just one thing, I've been watching something for us to think about, or, I've been watching a half acre lot home go in. And it's not even a 0.46, it's a 0.52. It should be fairly big. It's probably 3 stories, 10,000 square feet or more, I don't know. Right, pretty big. But the challenge with this is these guys don't have the ability to build on just their lot. They can't build without trespassing, or infringing on their neighbors. And so, and it doesn't matter, you can go put up signs and put up ropes and whatever, and the contractors will just cut it and come through and they litter all day and park there all the time. But literally they don't have room in the front, in the cul-de-sac, to put all their material, their dumpster, and access their lot to build it. And so it's something to think about. I mean, maybe it's something we need to think of. If you're going to build a home, you need to have the ability to actually pull in, because there's no way you can keep when they're not really responsible, right? I mean, they dump and they dig and they compact and they do all sorts of stuff on other
can't
property, but and this is not the smallest lot, so.
That's Landon's pet
So
peeve, right?
that's not the
Yeah.
only time it ever happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So
anyway,
one thing our SWIP guy, our stormwater guy has started enforcing more, just I'd say in the last few weeks, is before they can even start, they have to put an orange construction fence around their entire property.
So that-
They've even got it going on the street frontage side, and I'm like, I'm not sure. But he wanted it, so it's a little more of a controlled access and hopefully less broken sidewalk. So hopefully that will help.
Yeah,
Um,
but they
But
don't even
it's
put
a
their
problem.
porta potty on their own lot, I mean,
Yeah.
everything is, and it doesn't matter what, they say, what do you expect us to do? There's no way, right? And you feel, so that they just move, everyone bears it, and and all sidewalks get broken and
Yeah.
with this, typical situation. But I wonder if there should be some provision that, you can't just fill the front so much that you can't reach the home. without.
That's all.
Jessica?
One thing, just a point of information, I know there was discussion around dirt, I think being put in Lambert Park on a construction site. That actually, Shane, is this correct? On the recorded plat, it says it gives Alpine City the ability to regulate that. So we can, as a city, have recourse and go to them. It's recorded on that final plat. So you may want to take a look at that if
Is
it
this the
continues
box-
to be a problem.
Is this in Box Elder South, Jessica?
Yeah,
Yeah, our guy saw somebody dumping there. I think it actually says on the plat, because I was just looking at it, that the HOA is responsible for maintenance of the.
no, it's about during construction. I'll find the language and send you a picture of it. It
Okay.
has to do specifically with that dirt. And they can't, I mean, it's pretty specific. They can't put grass clippings, and that I think they gave Alpine City the ability to regulate that.
Oh,
So we need to double check.
okay.
It was part of the
County?
conditions of the plat. Yeah.
Okay,
And then just the website, it's moving along. I was hoping to we need to add another module that can be more robust and handle payments across the board. So that add-on cost is probably going to be somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000, but I need to work with Carolyn and Austin first and make sure that the compatibility is there. So that's coming up. It sounds like we're not meeting till the 23rd, but if we do end up getting on a call sooner than that, maybe we could include that too.
So is this that it's not compatible with Express Bill Pay, or it is?
So right now it will work with Express Bill Pay, because what Express Bill Pay does is it just directs you to another link. What we're looking at is their CP Pay module, and it just works with any kind of payment platform. So someone can go online, and if they want to reserve a pavilion, they can just put in their credit card, or if they want to, just all of the payments like Alpine Youth Council, all of those things. We don't have a way to take payments.
Okay,
So
this
this
is
would
for
solve that.
payments above and beyond what Express Bill Pay does then, correct? So the functionality
Right.
is too far, okay.
Yeah, so like building permits or cemetery, or just all the touches that staff has to do manually.
We
We're
can do it.
looking towards some solutions where we can do it online. I think our community, some people, it's hard to come in during business hours. They work full time, they don't work in Alpine, and to have to come in and bring a check or bring a copy of something is difficult. So trying to help them.
Okay, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion to,
I'll entertain a motion that we extend city council meeting to 9:23 PM and put a motion out there that we end city council meeting.
I'll second.
okay, moved and seconded, all in favor?
I
Hi.